welcome to the post-game show after round 8 at the US Championships. I am women Grandmaster Katerina Nemcova, and I'm joined by Grandmasters Yasser Seirawan and Maurice Ashley.
Another thrilling round, Kate, Maurice, and boy, I was really happy about today's games. Fighting games everywhere.
A lot of decisive games. Let's take a look at standings. In the women's section, we had 4 decisive games, and we have a sole leader. Alice Lee defeated Tatev Abrahamian, and she's 1 point ahead of this pack of 4 players: Kari Saib, Anna Zatonsky, Anna Sargsyan, and Nazi Paikidze.
And it's going to be a sprint to the finish in that one. In the open?
In the open section, we have co-leaders Fabiano Caruana and Wesley So. They drew their games today, and Levon Aronian only half a point behind, who scored today an important game against Sam Shankland, and he's clear third.
And Maurice, what an important game that was for Levon to win that game against Sam Shankland today.
A huge game. He had been drawing his way, it seemed, out of the championships, but today he came to play and played a super aggressive opening, did Levon Aronian, and Sam Shankland seemed to know exactly what to do, but an unusual move by Levon tripped him up, and he made mistakes and caused Levon to win that game, take a grip on it, and now only a half a point behind the leaders. Let's take a look at the video. Yes, it's so interesting. In chaotic positions where structure, it's usually very much to do with the pawn structure, not defined, players will make mistakes. It's just, I don't care how strong you are, you're used to certain kind of setups and you're used to certain kind of structures. And when it's not there, having to find moves when the pieces are trying to find their way inside of the pawn structure, they will make mistakes. And we see it time and time again, and it happened here in the game between Levon Aronian and Sam Shankland. Levon was doing quite well. He got everything he could have wanted now with a pawn on a6. And take a look at what happened here. He took, which is the best move according to the engine, and now you have to find the move queen to e1. Queen to e1 hits the knight. Queen to e1 prepares that if you take on this square, then bishop to d3 would happen. And now with this hit and this pin, the bishop can't go to b7. We've been talking about that this whole time. That would be a major problem. Instead, he played what seemed to him to be a logical move. Let me pin first. And this move, he's preparing to play queen e1 if you take the knight. The problem with this move is Sam has a fantastic response in queen to h4. Go right ahead and take my knight. If you take my knight,
G3.
G3, that's a mate threat. Your bishop's threatened, your knight is still threatened, and he's completely back in the game.
Wow.
Completely back in the game. And in fact, he missed it. He started with G3, and this move is just a mistake after takes. Wow, and he has played queen to G6. He missed now that queen E1 does keep him nailed to a wall after queen takes, knight takes, rook F3. After all the excitement has gone through this position, it's still white that's owning this position. Sam in big trouble. Levon Aronian seeking to win this game and make a run for first place.
For those of you who have just joined us in this game between Levon Aronian and Sam Shankland, we saw a really fantastic bout of preparation. I want to even say by both players. Sam came with a completely unusual concept in the Najdorf to sacrifice an exchange. Levon found an entire series of great moves. Let me just go back to the game and bring it up on my screen. A fantastic series of great moves to maintain an advantage throughout, and Levon is now pressing with an extra pawn in a bishop's ending, which we think is winning.
I mean,
we have a result.
And this one is over as Sam is just disgusted. He's running out of there.
So disgusted.
He doesn't even want to do anything. Just go. Bye. I got to go. As Levon with a win.
Wow.
A big win indeed for him. As we stated, only half a point away from the leaders at 3 rounds to go. A half a point is manageable. Will he make a run with the ending of the whole tournament in sight?
And Kate, Alice Lee winning against Tatev. What a huge victory that was for her.
Absolutely. She came to this round being the leader of this event, but she had white pieces against Tatev Abrahamian, and Alice, she wants to go for her first title. So she made a risky choice here, kind of rerouting her bishop, but it paid off. Let's take a look.
It's just a dogfight at the moment, and now Tatev has to start finding moves. She has only 2 minutes left on her clock. If we can go to her board, we can see that she is deep in thought. She has to make another 9 moves. At least she's making her 31st move coming up. With only 2 minutes, is actually under 2 minutes now on her clock. We are in a critical moment in these championships. Alice Lee with a win here could do a lot of damage to one of her chasers, but also start to show that role she's on. Is she becoming almost invincible with just this flow of the way the tournament is going into the rest day? A win by Alice could be enormous. Queen d6, an excellent move given the circumstances in the position. Tatev has her hands full. Only move 31 at the moment.
31,
157 left on her clock.
And if you go king f6?
Then rook e6.
Rook e6. You got nothing better than rook e6. And
So
just
I'm just going to
saying,
save that pawn, no?
no, you're just saying, at the end of the day, this is a huge passer. I think that just clinches victory for Alice.
There's a strong move here for Alice.
That rook b3 you mentioned?
And she's about to play it. Bang! She found it. Rook to c1. Rook e c1. That's a star move. Wow, what a find. She's after the pawn straight. She's just going to have a nice pawn on this square. You obviously can't take the pawn on d5 because takes just runs into rook c7. The game is over, and she found this beautiful move.
Nice.
How do you defend this now? And you obviously cannot play this move because of bishop to a2. This one right now, in the crisis moment to find all the right moves.
Rook d8. She has no time.
This could be the one that wins her the championship.
And we have a result. Alice Lee won her game against Tatev Abrahamian.
That's huge.
What a win that was. But 15-year-old Andy Woodward is also a big surprise. He is playing simply a fantastic tournament against some of the world's best players. And today he was up against Hans and he achieved a victory. Have a look at the video. I don't see good play here for Hans, who, by the way, he's behind on the clock by 5 minutes to make a time control. Don't know how many moves they have, but I like Andy's position. I really feel that 1 or 2 more moves and he might just be clinching a victory.
Andy Woodward, we were touting his virtues as a young champion, a champion of the future, but he's making some noise right now in the present.
Woo.
Somebody you don't want to mess with. He's only going to get stronger. That's the way it works. 15 years young with years to come, and he is currently
a star move.
Currently, he is slaughtering. Well, slaughtering is maybe too strong a word, but he just played a fantastic move against Hans. Take a look at what happened here. 8-6, rook to b3. Let me line up this bad boy. And opposite colored bishop attacks are ruthless. They work so well because you have an extra piece. And in this position, he played the move d5. Just a fantastic move, clearing this diagonal for his queen. And in trouble is Hans. I mean, there's no way to put it.
I got to put that in more context. Queen d6, attacking the rook on b8, pinning the bishop on g3. You can't take on g5. And this star move reaction, d5.
That's right.
You want the rook? I'll take your rook.
Oh, yeah, no, you don't want that to happen. A runaway pawn on c6 would be problematic. But in fact, there's no really good move here.
Queen d4 check.
Queen d4 check agenda. Or queen a1, getting out of the pin and taking the rook. You just don't have a move. You have to actually take and let him take. This is a move that has come as a shock to Hans. Just a complete body blow of a move. When you're 15 and playing chess like this, that's impressive. And as we see, this one is over as Hans goes down to young Andy Woodward, who's at 50% in the championships after 8 rounds.
Wow.
Remarkable results so far from this young man.
3 wins in the last 4 rounds for Andy Woodward. And let's take a look at the schedule. Tomorrow, rest day. All players are gonna rest, recharge, because they'll last 3 rounds to decide the champions.
So are your commentators. We're all going to rest tomorrow. And thank you all for joining us. A hearty good night from St. Louis. We'll see you the day after tomorrow.
Goodbye, everyone.
Goodbye.
Bye.